Where the heck have I been? Let's talk about it. What is going on, guys? It is your boy, Uriah, and I am back again with another video. Now, today is not a jewelry review, but you will notice that I am rocking my Bob Marley pendant. Yes, I still have it. And let me tell you, I have thoroughly enjoyed it, but this is not a jewelry video. We are going back to the roots of my product reviews. We are going back to my roots. And I have come to make an announcement that I have officially switched. Your boy's a flip phone user now. Now I know what you're thinking, Uriah. Why? You have been iPhone's biggest supporter for so many years. You've built your brand off recording off an iPhone. Why now? Well, to give it to you all in the most simple way possible, a lot of people felt the same or feel a similar way as I do, and that is Apple has not done anything new in a very long time. And I say that as somebody who loved the iPhone 14 Pro. To me, that was the best phone Apple had ever released since the 12 Pro, okay? You had durability glass on both sides, both the back and the front. 3 cameras that not only provided you with wide and ultra wide capabilities, but did it in a crystal clear way. And not only that, a decent battery. But as you all know, I record everything on my channel off an iPhone. Now, in recent videos, you guys may have noticed that I haven't been doing that, and I've been doing that off of my mom's old Motorola RAZR Ultra Wide 2021 edition, which I still have, I'm still using, but that is not the one that I'm recording off today. I'm actually recording off the Motorola G Power 2025. I really like this phone, and I will tell you why. So to start off, let's list a couple things that I had an issue with Apple, okay? 1, you removed the headphone jack. Why did you remove the headphone jack? Everyone loved it. It was a necessity. You had to have it, okay? That was always my biggest gripe with them. Now, funny enough, I used to be a Motorola user back in the day. If you guys remember back in my earliest videos, if you go back, I used to record off of an old Motorola. And then I switched to Apple because I heard their capabilities and processing power was better, which it was. You guys noticed I recorded off Apple for pretty much as long as I've been on YouTube, over the past 10 years, which is crazy that I've been on here for over a decade. But let me tell you, seeing Apple continuously do the same thing over and over and over again, it gets old really quickly, okay? And a lot of you all will agree with me. Now, my Apple fanboys out there, you guys know that I am still rocking with Apple. I still got my AirPods, and I still got my MacBook, and I still got my iPad. I still got my Apple Watch, so I still have a lot of Apple products. It's not like I've made the switch completely. The only thing I was getting tired of was getting pretty much the same phone every year that didn't offer me all-day battery. Now, at the same time, I acknowledge that iPhone's battery is optimal if you know what you're doing, okay? But for my personal use and what I wanted to do with it, it wasn't optimal. It wasn't functional. I couldn't record off of it consistently like I could because I was always using it as a personal device. So partially, I've finally managed to get my own set of separate devices that I will be permanently using from now on for the course of this channel and its future years. The second reason in which I switch is partially due to my partner. She is rocking the Galaxy Flip 5, and she really likes that, and she came to me all the time telling me about it. And you guys know me. I love personalization. I love customability. I love very cool things. And I am from the era of retro tech. Okay? I am from that era of retro tech. You get what I'm saying? And I grew up in the era of the Motorola RAZR, the original RAZR, the hot pink one that everyone had to have. I remember that very, very fondly. So being able to have my own is amazing. And you guys will be able to see not only how I operate these things, but just my personal opinions on it. So let's start with the things that I love. Customization, all right? Customization is the biggest thing. And plus, let's go ahead and address the elephant out of the room. You guys who really know me, who've been on my channel for a very, 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 very long time, you guys know I'm ADHD as hell. So having something like this is amazing, okay? It's amazing. It's awesome to have. Being able to have your own personal like mini screen on here is awesome too, because just the fact that I'm able to use every single app. Like right now, let's go to my channel. Have an emergency review. I got a package today that I was not expecting. I was kind of hoping to do it later, but today we are going to do a very special review, and this really thin piece. Oh my God. Okay, so it's looking like it's about just the fact that I'm able to have that. And I would play the Superman movie for you all, but I'm not trying to get copyrighted by Amazon. You guys aren't fucking getting me. So the thing you got to understand with a phone like this, okay, it is going to spark a lot of people who love traditional tech, who like going back to that old days of retro tech and being able to talk on the phone, flip it open, and when you want to tell them to just go themselves, the satisfaction of that. I think only a select few people know how satisfying that is. And for me, it really just brings it back because they did it in such a fun way. Now, I know Samsung is one of the leaders in terms of flip phones, or considered to be. In my opinion, it's Huawei, because nobody else is doing a trifold flip phone. Like, who else do you know that's doing that? Nobody, right? Nobody. And the only reason they're doing it is because of Huawei, right? Because Samsung drew inspiration, I believe, and I may be wrong about this. Let me know in the comments below. You guys will. You guys always do. I believe Huawei was the first person that came out with the book style flip phone, folding phone, right? And then, no, I take that back, because Motorola, I knew because I had one, I can't think of it. It was orange. You could flip it open like a book or a hot dog, and it had a keyboard on the side, and you turn it to the side like that. And then you would text, close it like that. For the guys who know, let me know about it in the comments below. I'm pretty sure it was either Motorola, Samsung, one of the two. But in recent years, in terms of modern foldable flip phones, Huawei is doing things differently because they're listening to the customers. They're listening to what we have to say. And on top of that, my other biggest gripe that Apple is doing, and this isn't just Apple, it's every phone company in the States, and I think in Europe as well. Correct me if I'm wrong about that in the comments below. They are not giving customers what they're paying for. Okay, they're getting rid of the charging cases. Remember back in the day when you used to get an iPhone or any other phone, you get charging blocks, stickers, headphones. Hell, in the expensive models, you got cases. Nowadays, you're lucky just to get a charging block and just get that little, they sent me a charging block. It is so rare to get that now. And I know it's due to it's due to supply and demand, because if you don't include the charging block, then you advertise the charging block, then people are going to be like, I need that charging block. I got to go get that. It's both a double-edged sword and the product of supply and demand, because that's going to make people want cellular phones less, but the only reason that we have them is to communicate with everyone. So, it's really just a matter of what are they going to go for, because no one's going to be carrying a laptop around with them everywhere they go, unless they want to carry a bag. And then you got the argument of people saying, oh, I got a cell phone, what do I need a computer for? Which, every true tech person who knows there are going to be things that a computer is capable of that a cellular phone isn't. Like, for instance, I couldn't play Xbox all day on this if I wanted to, because I knew eventually it's going to overheat the phone. Whereas I just get on Xbox and then play that. But I see the benefits of being able to make phones console compatible. For like short, brief games, I could see that. And I welcome it personally. But the fact of the matter is, you're not really getting what you're paying for. So when you spend $500 on a Motorola RAZR now, you get what you pay for. You get the foldable phone, it's going to be durable, and they give you a heads up about the warranty. So that's interesting to take in. All in all, I love this device. Now, there are a few cons. One is the durability issue, because my particular model is the Motorola RAZR 2024. Not the Motorola RAZR Ultra or Plus Ultra or 50 or whatever it's called nowadays. Just the Motorola RAZR 2024. Now, I'm not saying that's a bad phone. From everything that I've seen, they've solved the hinge problem. But this is coming from someone who's never had a foldable modern flip phone before. So I don't want to say buyer's regret, because I don't regret buying this. I stand on my decision. But I'm still wondering, should I have traded in a different device? Is the question. That way I can experiment with both. But, I stand by my decision, and personally, I've been enjoying this much more than my iPhone. I'm able to do things on a smaller screen, which saves me better battery. And on top of that, I'm using other devices as well for different things, such as video recording, like I'm using the Moto G Power because it has better durability, better camera, and it has all-day battery that I can guarantee this. I've been running this phone for 2 days without charging it. So that's the other reason I wanted to switch permanently, is because I noticed the usage in which I'm doing on my phone is not comparable to what the battery is able to provide. It kept dying on me in the middle of tasks, or if I was just randomly scrolling through my break at work, it would just randomly die on me. And, and that's partially because I forgot to charge it, but that's why you need a better battery. But then again, the argument also could be made, oh, just plug your phone in, it takes 5 seconds. And to that I say, you clearly don't have ADHD, good sir. But all in all, would I recommend this device? Yes. Did I get what I paid for? Absolutely. In fact, I got this on a steal deal with T-Mobile. So if you're wanting to trade in with T-Mobile, go check those out. And all in all, I think it's a great device. I've had fun with it. It has face and fingerprint unlock, which is something I haven't seen in forever in a phone. Since, keep in mind, on my phone, people, I haven't had another device until recent years. So I know the Motorola G Stylus does that, has the screen fingerprint unlocked, and I know the Samsung S24 Ultra also has fingerprint unlocked, but iPhone user. So I'm experimenting in the Android nest, so to speak, and so far I'm liking what I'm seeing. I love the ultra compatibility. I love the fact that everything's Type C. So not only can I charge things faster, I can also have better storage for my phone. Well, when the case isn't chunky, that is. But other than that, I'd say I'm fairly satisfied. I've only had the phone a few days, so I'll give you guys a more in-depth look at it. This is just my initial thoughts about it, what I think of the phone, and would I recommend it to other people. And personally, I give it a 9 out of 10. My only thing is, I wish there was a headphone jack. That's literally my only gripe about it. But I have several other devices that give me the headphone jack. So it's not a complete takeaway. I would still absolutely recommend this. And just the customization alone, I would just instantly make that a 9.5 out of 10. There are just still things I'm figuring it out. So my initial score for right now is 9.5 out of 10. Almost a damn near perfect score. That is how much I love this phone. And do I regret switching from an iPhone 14 Pro to this? No, absolutely not. It easily has the same processing speeds for what I do, which is minor recording, selfies, Instagram scrolling, YouTube streaming. It was just literally a matter of battery for me. And being able to do that not only on other devices, but being able to have a device that's able to do that on a smaller screen with better capabilities was an instant deal breaker for me. That was an instant sell and a reason for my switch. So far, I really like it, and I will update you guys later on next week. Peace. Like and subscribe.